Simone Biles is an artistic gymnast from the United States. Biles is the most decorated American gymnast with a total of 30 Olympic and World Championship medals, and is widely regarded as one of the finest and most dominant female gymnasts of all time. She's the 10th female gymnast and the first American female gymnast to win a world medal on every event, the first female gymnast to win a medal on every event at a single Olympic Games or World Championships since Daniela Silvas in 1988, having accomplished this feat at the 2018 World Championships in Doha. In today's video, we'll delve into everything you need to know about Simone Biles and how she's changed what it means to be an elite gymnast. Along with this, we'll also delve into recent gymnastics news from the Olympics, but before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Simone Biles has changed what it means to be an elite gymnast. Simone Biles finished the Olympics on her own terms on Tuesday, winning 2 bronze medals on beam and becoming the most decorated American gymnast in history with 7 medals, including 4 golds. Biles refused to be defined by what she did not accomplish in Tokyo. Instead, the memories that will stick with her will be her cheering on her teammates and competitors, and of her returning to compete under intense scrutiny and pressure to win potentially her final Olympic gold. Biles did not say whether she'll continue to practice in the months leading up to the Global Championships in Kitayusha, Japan, in October and the 2024 Olympics in Paris. But regardless of her choice, Biles' extraordinary impact began long before she ever walked onto an Olympic competition floor and extends far beyond her medals and honors. Biles posted a boomerang of a greasy pepperoni pizza on Instagram 4 months before leading the United States to Team Gold in the 2016 Rio Olympics. "Happiness," she wrote, with a few emojis thrown in for good measure. It earned over 100,000 likes, but most people who scrolled by it probably dismissed it as nothing more than a kid bragging about her lunch. That post, on the other hand, was daring for generations of former gymnasts. Gymnasts were not supposed to discuss or think about junk food, vacations, relationships, having a life outside the gym, or express their thoughts in public settings, according to their experiences. Even for those whose voices were heard, the terror and control that surrounded the sport promoted silence and compliance. She and her coaches and support staff exhibited a different approach to win while inventing jaw-dropping new feats and winning an incredible 7 national championships, 5 world all-around titles, and Olympic all-around gold, all while giggling and cheering on her competitors. Her performances, as well as her decision to expose her life outside of the gym, exemplified her boldness. Her celebrity allowed other gymnasts to follow in her footsteps. She makes being an elite athlete so much more relatable and lets people really see that these elite athletes are just like us. She's also been recently open about her mental health, which is something we don't always see with these world-renowned athletes. She's paving the way for the generations of Olympic athletes to come. Simone is humble, friendly, and above all, grateful. She shines both inside and out and has captured the hearts of many around the globe, that's for sure. Simone Biles wins bronze medal in brave Olympics comeback. The United States is just beaten by the Russians in the gymnastics qualifying round a week prior, and Simone Biles was under immense pressure to win her country's 3rd consecutive Olympic team title. The Americans could hear the commotion from the rest of the team, and they headed into their next session in a panic. Everything went horribly wrong. Her bar act was a complete disaster. Surprisingly, the beam was in excellent condition. She then moved to the floor to practice her floor routine, doing some leaps and turns before attempting to fall. That's when the wires just snapped, Biles said. Things were just not connecting, and I don't know what went wrong. Biles struggled for the next week with an unfathomable problem, a gap between her head and body that stopped her from competing safely and effectively. She pulled out of the team final while it was still going on, and then she pulled out of 4 additional finals before they ever started. She met with medical staff on a regular basis and with a sports psychologist twice a week. She was racing against the clock to make sure the last image of her competing at the Olympics wasn't of her barely landing on her feet after a terrifyingly wobbly vault. She did just that on Tuesday night in Tokyo with a solid performance on the balance beam and a bronze medal to reclaim a podium she had to abandon. Teenage sensations in China, Shenzhen Quan 16 and Jingjing Tang 18 won gold and silver respectively in the final routine of the night, with Quan scoring 14.633, Tang's 14.233 had come just after Biles. So it was clear from the start that the American could not be walking away with the fairy tale gold. Biles' routine, which included 3 backflips in a row, appeared to be flawless in execution, but it was judged to be less challenging than the Chinese competitors. Before she ever even landed, Biles began to smile and she was swarmed by other competitors who raced to hug her. She waved at the throngs of press photographers and multi-platform broadcasters. "I'm pretty happy. I wasn't expecting to medal. I just came out here and tried to do a good beam set," Biles said following her bronze medal achievement. "Just to have one more opportunity to compete at the Olympics meant the world to me," she continued. "I had nerves, but I felt pretty good," said Biles. "I was a little bit nervous for the dismount just because we had to switch it and I probably haven't done a double pike dismount since I was 12 years old. So it was kind of hard to control that. I know some of us are going through the same things and we're always told to push through it, but we're all a little older now and we can kind of speak for ourselves," she said. "At the end of the day, we're not just entertainment, we're humans. There are things behind the scenes that we're also trying to juggle as well as sport. My mental and physical health is better than any medal." Biles was asked about the hostility she received from some quarters after she withdrew from the team event while speaking to NBC after earning bronze. She drew attention to the most blatantly incorrect story she felt was being promoted, that I was at no risk and mental health isn't a serious issue. That it was basically a cop-out, she said. "The girls saw me in training, my coaches saw me in training. I physically couldn't do it safely because I was getting so lost in the air." She told NBC she was very shocked to have won a medal on the beam. "This means more than all of the golds because I've pushed through so much the last 5 years. In the last week, while I've been here," said Biles, "it's very emotional. I'm just proud of myself and just all of these girls as well. We've had a lot of tears combined because as much as we're happy for Team USA in the back, it's a little heartbreaking to know that she could have been out there and she could have hopefully earned some medals as well," said Kantakatu Landy. "But she was the best cheerleader. She wanted to be here and she wasn't forced. That was her own will to be here. She was really proud of all of them." Kankatu Landy competed in the 1996 Olympics before retiring from professional sports in 1999. Biles was praised for having the guts to withdraw and defend her safety. According to her, "I don't think I would have had the guts to say I'm not okay," she said. "I think I would have probably just crashed somewhere and probably injured myself. I think for me, it's the first one at a meeting at the biggest stage to say, I'm not okay. A lot of people don't understand it, but we do. I never would have imagined someone saying it, but I know I would have not said a word. I would have just pretended to be okay and keep going and probably not end well." And there you have it, everything you need to know about Simone Biles and how she has completely changed the game for what it means to be an elite gymnast. Along with this, we also discussed her recent bronze medal and how much this meant to the American gymnast. Simone Biles is truly an icon and has really been very vulnerable during the Tokyo Olympics and has had quite a rough ride from having the twisties to being ridiculed online due to her decision regarding her mental health. We'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think about Simone Biles and how is she changing the way for generations to come in elite gymnastics? If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.